Okay, so hi all. My name is Sandeep Panda. I have total of 6 years of experience in IT, and in Snowflake I have 5.5 years. So I have worked on major of banking sectors, energy sector, insurance sector, and these all are in the migration projects. Currently, I am working for the Siemens Energy. So that is again a migration project from SAP to Snowflake, and yeah. So regarding for the course, let me share my screen. Okay. Please let me know if I have any doubt or anything in between. Okay, so regarding for the course, I mainly focus more on hands-on things. With hands-on thing, I cover up the theoretical part also, but this course is more based on real hands-on and what in your project work, what you are working, what you are going to be work, and what are the challenges that you are get at the time of working in Snowflake projects. So this course is based on entirely on this thing. Okay, so regarding for the modules things, what are the module that we are cover up? So the entire course, I will take max of 20 days to cover up the entire Snowflake thing. You can say from core to expert, like a fundamental, starting of fundamental to Snowflake extreme thing like snow pipes and all those things. This entirely thing is covered up into 20 classes. And for DBT, it max take of 10 class, but it can be covered up in between 10 class. It do not go more of that. With this, we will cover up 510 also, and if it is required, Apache Spark. So sometime some clients require to flow the data into Snowflake through Apache Spark Airflow, or they go with a Snowpipe. But for that condition also, we will cover up this Apache Spark. Okay. So regarding for the module one, we will cover up about how the Snowflake is coming under this cloud database. What is the main advantage over Redshift and BigQuery or Teradata, or you can say Oracle? Why they are entirely moving into the Snowflake? What is a multi-cluster shared data architecture? So what is one of the feature that Snowflake having is a multi-cluster shared data architecture. Okay, what is exactly use of it, and decoupling of compute and storage. Okay, Snowflake, one more thing to be remembered, Snowflake is only taking the charges for your compute and for your storage. It is not taking any external charges whatever you are doing anything, like you are seeing any data or anything, they are not taking any charges. They are taking charges based on your compute things, any particular whereas you are running any query, that running time they are taking the credit, and the storage, what are how many terabytes of data that you are going to be storage in Snowflake, those storage cost you are going to be giving to Snowflake account. Okay, in module 2 we'll cover about architecture part. So in Snowflake, how many layers we have and how the data is flowing from your first layer to up to the last layer in Snowflake. So one of the most important thing, and in almost all the interviews they are asking this architecture part. Okay, virtual warehouses, database and schema, how it is get differentiated between both of them, micro partition and columnar storage, like when the data comes into Snowflake, it stores the data into internal columnar format. So why it is storing columnar way, why it is creating multiple micro partitions. So we will cover up in entire course things. Okay, internal and external stage, RBAC. So internal stages is like when you are copying some data from any source like your Salesforce or your Ticket Pro, CMS, anything. So when you're taking the data from source to Snowflake, Snowflake first stores the data into stage, external stage, and from the stage itself, it moves to your Snowflake tables or Snowflake view, wherever you are storing those records. So why the data is coming first to the stage? After that, Snowflake moves the data to other tables layer and why those things. So those are the cover up into this layer. Okay, internal and external stages. In module 3, we'll cover up about the setup of Snowflake account. Okay, how we create our Snowflake account. So Snowflake is giving us creating of a free account without giving any credit or debit card details. They giving us for 1 month or $400. 1 month or $400. Why I'm saying or? Because if you are using your Snowflake account and you are using extreme way, and you used in 10 days or 15 days your $400 of credit, then you are cannot use your Snowflake account. Okay, so they are giving 1 month or $400. Okay, setting of role user privileges for security and compliance. So how we are creating each role, and for each role how we are assigning to the particular users. So all those things will cover up when we are creating the Snowflake account, working with Snowflake web UI and Snowflake SnowSQL CLI. So previously, Snowflake has two front-end parts like Snowflake Classic Console and Snowflake Web UI. So currently, any free account Snowflake is given, they have this Web UI part. In older accounts, Snowflake older accounts, or if you buy the Snowflake account, then only they are showing you the Classic Console, because older developers, like when I started my career in Snowflake, I started with Classic Console only. So it is more user friendly, or I can say it's a more easier way to the developers to work on this Classic Console. But Web UI is also much advanced thing as compared to Classic. But so I will show you like how it is get differentiated between Classic Console and Snowflake Web UI. Okay, understanding IAM and auth integration. Like if you are connecting to other source account like Qualtrics or Salesforce without using AWS, how you are making connection both at the same time. Like Snowflake giving like inbound and outbound flow, how we are able to do this thing. Yeah, we can use the auth integration part or IAM roles. We have those things. So we'll cover in that part. Module 4, what are the data types, file format, and storage optimization? Like how many types of data types can we load it into the Snowflake, like semi-structure, structure, um, if we can load a simple XML file, or if you want to load a PDF file, how we are able to load in Snowflake. Handling JSON, Avro, Parquet is all coming under semi-structured data. Choosing the best file format for your use cases, like in real-time projects, you are getting the data sometime in XML format or sometime you are getting in CSV format. So how Snowflake will differentiate those both the file and load at the same time to a single table. So those things will cover up here. Optimizing data storage, cost reduction strategy. So these are the things based on admin roles. If you're working as a developer, data storage and cost optimization is comes under that, but it's not that much. Okay, when you're working as an admin, Snowflake admin, so these things are coming under this. How you are creating resource monitor, how you can reduce the cost optimizations part, like how can reduce your warehouse size, giving extra small warehouse size to particular 10 users or 15 developers. So those things, those strategy can be covered under your testing optimization, data storage, and cost reduction. Module 5, data loading and unloading techniques. So in Snowflake, how we are able to load the data. So there are three ways. You can say one is directly loading into your Snowflake account using your using SnowSQL CLI. Okay. So in Snowflake, we have that SnowSQL CLI. So in that, we can directly load the file from your internal stage, like from your directly local system, and you can load that file. But there is a limitation, like 250 MB of data we can load at a time. We cannot load more than that. Another thing is copy into command. So this is a statement, copy into statement, so that we can write that particular file name from which location, and you can directly load into our particular tables. And then there is NoPy. So we are loading from AWS, or we are loading from Azure, GCP. So from there, how we are able to load into our Snowflake. So in Snowpipe, we can load it, or you can use copy into statement. But Snowpipe is based used on incremental loads, not on historical load. Historical load in the sense like you are loading for 1 year of data to into your Snowflake account. So those are called as historical load, and there is nothing need of Snowpipe. You load directly into a copy into statement. In incremental load, you are loading each day of data, like today, tomorrow, like day wise. When you are loading the data, that is going to be a dynamic, like there is no any manual intervention. Then Snowpipe comes into the picture. Okay, which I am covering up. Yes, module 5 now. Bulk loading like AWS S3, data validation, error handling, how we are able to error handling those things. Efficiency, unloading data for sharing and processing. Like when you are unloading the data in the sense when you are giving the data to particular uh, front end, like your Power BI, your Tableau reporting tools, when we are sending the records to them, how we are sending those data to particular reporting tools. We are able to see it here. Sorry. Snowflake query and performance based practice. So when you are writing SQL queries, how you can optimize your SQL queries to get the best practice. Like when you are writing your SQL queries, it need to be a certain standard. Like you cannot write like select star from. Okay, normally we are doing like select star from customer, but when you want to get more specific record, or you want to query that particular your SQL query much faster, then you need to be give some where condition, or you need to give some particular columns. So in this way, these are called as a SQL practice. Like when you are writing your SQL queries in Snowflake. So how you are optimize SQL queries, leveraging results cache and query cache for speed. Like in Snowflake, we have cache memory. So how we are able to utilize those cache memory to get the faster result. Clustering and partition purine, like boost up query performance. Like in Snowflake, when you are loading the data into Snowflake takes a particular column as clustering. Okay, and based on that column only, it created multiple micro partitions. So how it is created, how it choose that particular column as a clustering, and how it created the micro partitions, how it is partitioning the data in a different way. So when you are going to the courses, we will know about these things. Explaining query plans and query profile analysis. So when you are running any particular query in Snowflake, we have the history thing. So in that, if you click on that particular history, you can able to see what are your older queries that you have run, and how those queries taken the time. Like when you run a particular customer, and that customer having 1 terabyte of records. So if you do particular select statement, you do a where condition, you do a joining condition. So when you go to the history, click on that particular query, you are able to see in the profile 1, profile 2, profile 3, we have those things. So in the profile 1, it will show you how it is showing how the query is divided into multiple uh, tree like structure. So how each tree has taken a longer time. When you do a joining condition, how many time it is taken, how many micro partition is got scanned, depth, overlap. So all those things will cover up here only. Module 7, time travel, failsafe, and zero copy cloning. These three are the features of Snowflake, and it is most question that is asking in the interview things. And when you go for Snow Pro certification also, these are the main questions that is coming under time travel, failsafe, and zero copy cloning. So understanding of time travel, like we have a particular table, and some developer had deleted some record by mistake, or it is deleted for some of the things. So if you want to see how that particular table is looking like before delete statement, so that we can use this time travel feature. If you drop that particular table, then we can use undrop command in Snowflake. Cloning data without duplication. So like in Snowflake, we have zero copy cloning. So why it is called as a zero copy cloning? Cloning data without, like if you are cloning any particular table, then you do not take any external storage cost in Snowflake. So that is the most advanced feature in Snowflake we have. So if you're working on a particular table and you do not want to make a change on that particular main table, a core table, then you can make a clone of a table and you can check some of the records from the clone table, and Snowflake is not taking any external charges for that cloning thing. Okay. How failsafe work in Snowflake? So after time travel, we have the failsafe period. So time travel, we have 90 days, and fail-safe period, we have 7 days. So after 90 days only, fail-safe period will be start, and how we can retrieve those record from the fail-safe things. So in time travel, we can do the query and we can get that older records. But in once the data is gone into the fail-safe, we cannot do anything. We need to connect to Snowflake support team, and they will help us to get to retrieve those older data. Okay. Use cases, rollback, backup, disaster recovery. So this coming under your mainly coming under your admin part. So how if you are using any particular primary account, or you have a backup of a secondary account. So like for some of the cases, for some one day your primary account is got shut down, or whichever reason you have chosen, that is going to shut down. You can use the secondary your account, and you can use all of your Snowflake things into your secondary account. So these come in under your backup, disaster recovery, and all those things. Modulate security access control and compliance like RBAC. Just 2 days before only Snowflake has introduced UBAC. So before 2 days, Snowflake have only RBAC, role based access control. So it means like if you are a user, like we all are a user for Snowflake, like you have your Snowflake account, and you have 10 developers. So those 10 developers are your users of your Snowflake account, and you cannot give the access to particular user. You are creating a particular role, like you create a developer role, you assign those users to particular role, and then only you can give those access to particular role. You are not giving access to particular user. But 2 days before only Snowflake has introduced UBAC, user based access control. Now you can give access to particular users, not to particular roles. Like you can give the roles, but for some of the cases, like any new to Snowflake account, like one developer has come and you just want to give read access. You do not want to give write access. So for some of the things, for some tables, for some of the objects we have in Snowflake, you can give directly access to that particular user. No need to create any roles and then assign that particular user and all those things. Okay. Managing data encryption, like how we are encrypting the data. In Snowflake, we have AES 256 already for encryption. But if you want to use that encryption in Snowflake, like we have a data masking there. Okay, so for a particular customer, we have customer mobile number, customer email ID. So for those things, we want to that the developers or the tester cannot able to see that particular data inside phone number, email ID. So in that case, we can use masking policy so that you can able to see only star or hyphen, whatever we are able to create. We can create that masking and we can apply on that particular table. Setting up MFA or 10 SSO authentications. Like when you are logging to your Snowflake account, mainly in the project side, they have that MFA authentication, multi-factor authentication. Like you are getting a particular ID in your Microsoft Authenticator app, and then you are giving that ID, and then you are able to connect to Snowflake account. Either you can do MFA or you can directly go with your user ID and password. That's fine. Okay. Row level security and column level security in Snowflake, like how we are able to create the security based on the row, based on the column. So it's come under this masking policy. Okay. In module 9, Snowflake performance tuning and optimization. So this is a main thing coming under as a developer. Okay, so if you have a procedure and that procedure is taking a longer time, like 1 hour or 1.5 hour, then how you can reduce, like how you can increase the performance of that particular query. So you need to check the query, you need to check which warehouse it is running, you are going to check the profile thing, like whichever the checkpoint is taking a longer time. So virtual warehouse scaling strategy, one thing that we need to be check, materialized view, standard view. So in Snowflake, we have two types of view. Actually, it has a three types of view, materialized, non-materialized, and secure. So what are the main use of materialized view? Why we are using secure view? Partitioning, clustering, data queue handling, optimizing slow queries with query profiling. How we are able to do it? Just a minute, I am getting one call.
Okay, till now, if you are having any doubts or questions, please raise it. We can discuss it by today, now itself. And for example, we are having, like Sandeep explained, we can get the free trial account and what is the role in the warehouse for that query execution and all. So any kind of doubts, if you are having in this session, please raise it. We can get it clear for now. So this is for Snowflake. Please go ahead, Sandeep.
Yeah, so where am I? Yeah, in module 10, we will cover up about the types of data, like how we are able to load the different types of data like JSON, XML. So in the above module, we are just explaining the things. Here we are going to do the real hands-on things. Like we are going to use, if you're loading the JSON data, then we are required flatten script, lateral flatten. What are the use of those things? Schema on read versus schema on write. What's the main difference between of both the things? And transforming semi-structured data in Snowflake. See, in the structural data, you can load like CSV file or Excel file. You can directly load into it, and there is nothing any uh, bigger thing that you are doing any transformation. But when it is come under semi-structured data, there is a flattened script, and we need to be right to load those data. Like for JSON data, we require the flattened script, and there's a file format we have to load into the Snowflake. So these are the one more thing that we'll cover up. Module 11 will be secure data sharing and Snowflake Marketplace. So in Snowflake, we have the Snowflake Marketplace where you're able to use some of the things like DBT we have, Matillion we have, Informatica we have. So if you want to use for for your Snowflake account, you can go to the Snowflake Marketplace and you can install and you can use it. Like there is nothing in install. You just need to connect your Snowflake account to your DBT account, and you can start using the DBT, start using the Matillion. So these are the comes under Snowflake Marketplace, sharing data across organization, reader account. So in interview also they are asking about Snowflake sharing concept. So if any particular client do not have Snowflake account, how you are able to share the Snowflake data to that particular client? So you can create a reader account and they are able to see the what are the data present under the Snowflake side. Publishing and consuming data by Snowflake Marketplace and hands-on building secure and governed data sets. Okay. Automatic data pipelines with stream and task. This is one more feature that we have. Here comes under stream and task. So what's the use of stream in Snowflake and why we are using the stream? Based on it is based on the incremental data loading. Okay, why you are creating the task is just like you are running a particular query and you want to run that query on a particular time, like you want to run on Sunday 11 a.m. IST on every Sunday of every month. So you can use this task and you can give what are the query that you want to run and it will run at that particular time. It is entirely taken care by the Snowflake. Okay. Scheduling and automating data refresh is comes under task only, and building a production grade Snowflake pipeline. So Snowpipe, how we are creating into it. So this comes under that. Module 13 will be Snowflake monitoring, auditing, and cost optimization, like tracking query performance and resource utilization, query history, optimizing Snowflake cost without performance loss, and all those things. When it comes under that, now we will cover up all those things. Okay. Module 14 will be advanced SQL techniques for Snowflake, like how we are using the CT part, the row number, dense rank. So all those things how we are using into it, and I will give something about 50 SQL questions. So it will cover up almost 60-70% when it comes when you start giving the interview side. SQL queries will be cover up almost the logical part at the time of giving the questions. Okay, hands of complex joins, pivoting and unpivot data, writing high performance analytical queries, and will be module 15 will be last Snowflake integration with data engineering tools, like how we are connecting dbt, airflow, fivetran, how we are connecting your Snowflake account to your external stages like AWS, Azure, GCP, and we will do a small project like starting from your data will be there in your S3 and how you are loading till to the your last Snowflake stage. Like first you copy that particular data into Snowflake stage to table. You do you write a procedure to do the some transformation, and after that create a particular view or table that will be directly going to your reporting tools. So we'll do in the last we'll do a sample project, and it will take something around 2 to 3 class to cover up the entire project how we'll do it. And I will give some sample project like in my previous project what I have worked, like from ClickSense to Snowflake, Teradata to Snowflake, what are the challenges that I have faced, and some sample query at the time of covering those things. Okay. Any doubt regarding here? So this will be a Snowflake account. How are you able to see it? 1 minute. When you are logging to your Snowflake account, it will look like this. And if you want to create a Snowflake account, how are you able to do it? Just write Snowflake. Sign up for Snowflake. Here, you can create your account. See here, at the explaining about model, I have said like start your 30 days free Snowflake trial, which will include $400 of auto free uses, 1 month or $400. Okay. So if you want to create it, just write your name. I will give a name ideas. I'm just showing you. I already have two accounts, one free trial account and another one I have already brought that account. So I'm just showing you how we are creating the Snowflake account. Okay, training and certification of my job. Okay, once you have click on continue, it will show you. This is not a mandatory. This is also not mandatory. But here we have four type of Snowflake edition. One is standard, second is business critical, third is our enterprise version, and fourth is VPS, virtual private Snowflake. So virtual private Snowflake, if you want to create, then you need to connect to Snowflake account, and they will help you to create a VPS part, like how you want to use some feature of enterprise, some feature of business critical, and you want to create your Snowflake account. So that is called as a virtual private Snowflake. So normally for this entire session, we will create with enterprise session. Okay. And here you want to choose your who is your cloud provider in the sense like you are uh, taking the data from your external stages. These are called as your external stages, AWS, Azure, or GCP. So when you are interaction with your client, when you are creating the design document, they will explain you, okay, I want the data. We are sending, client will explain like we are sending the data to AWS S3, and you start taking the account. You start taking the data from S3. So at the time you need to create the account with S3 connection. Okay. If you click on AWS, it will show you which region you will go. Normally, we go with a Frankfurt, okay, because you Frankfurt region has more the processing power will be more easier, and the region is never goes down. Like you do not want to create your secondary account, okay. So for those things, we go with EU Frankfurt, okay. Normally, I also go with the EU Frankfurt only, and click on I read and agree and get started. When you click on get started, you will get a mail ID like this. Okay. Which one? See, this thing you are getting. Okay. This is your username. This is your currently login ID, and just click on login into Snowflake. When you click on login into Snowflake, it will show you which password you are getting. This is the first time when you are clicking on it. It will give you which type of password that you want to give. Just give the password and start logging into it. So when you click on login, you will see this thing. This is a front page that you started seeing when you are logging into Snowflake account. This is my trial account, I think. Yes, there is a free trial account. How many days I left? My profile. No, it's already covered up. Okay, so it's already gone, but I'm able to see the things that I have created in Snowflake account. Okay, so you are on free trial. If you click on particular projects, whatever the project that I have worked, this is all the notebooks, or this are called as a worksheet that I have worked. Like if I click on here, see what are the queries that I have used and what are the databases, what are the schemas that I have created. This called as Access is called as a database. ACIT is called as a schema, and inside whatever table views, whatever you have created, you will able to see it. Okay. For here, if I have, see, for first class is my database, demo is my schema, and these are the objects. Like tables, I have create one table, employee table, it's come under table. If I create a stage, file format, Snowpipe, I have created stream, task, function, whatever the things I have created, it's come under in this way. Okay. If I go to directly here, see, it's already gone. This is not my Snowflake account. Okay, try again. There's a free trial account, that's why it is showing like that. That is a Snowflake account. If you want to go for DBT account, how it is looking like, and for AWS part. So I already have the AWS S3 thing. So when you are connecting to S3 to your Snowflake account, how it is looking like, and how we can able to use, how we are connecting the S3 account to Snowflake, loading each day a file to S3, how we are able to do it. So all those things will cover up entirely in the course. Okay. Anything, any doubt regarding Snowflake? Uh, Anything, whatever we have till now, we have covered up, and the course that I have shown you, each module. If you want to add something, just let me know.
Yeah, yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
Sandeep. It's a
thanks.
wonderful session. And so actually, we are learning the Snowflake only for to acquire a good job in the market. If you have a chance, you can go to that Naukri and you can see what are the job opportunities are already there. There are a lot of job opportunities are there, particularly for up to 5 to 10 years. We will have a lot of openings for Snowflake. and not only for the Snowflake, because if you want to get into the market, and I know only the Snowflake means they will consider your profile. But if you, because it is a kind of a data engineering, right? So we are storing the data and we are taking the data into the Snowflake and we are processing it. And so adding to this Snowflake, if you add any other ELT or ETL tool, that will be a added advantage for your profile. ETL tool means like Informatica or Teradata. So those things. And there are, adding to Snowflake, we have another tool. It's a wonderful tool, that is the Snowflake plus the tool. The tool name is DBT. It is a data build tool. It's a wonderful tool. So that is a ELT in the job market. If you know that Snowflake plus data build tool, then that will be a great chance to get your job easily. So we are having the DBT training also. So if you want that one, I can provide the demo for that too also separately. It's not a problem for us. So this is one thing, and whatever things you are learning from this session, and we will record the session and we will send it to you. Let me share my screen quickly. Okay. So here we are having a drive. In this drive, we will have the Snowflake. So we have a Google Drive. So in this drive, so we have a we will prepare that whatever things we are covering, and we cover everything, and we edit the recording and we share the recordings to the candidates. So this is how that recordings will be present for you. So that will be easy to understand, and since we are editing instead of giving that raw recordings to the candidates, so we are identifying so which part is more important, and those things we are giving the stress for that. So like that we are editing that recording and we send back to the candidate so that they can easily refer whenever it's a lifetime access. You can access at any time. So this is one thing. And apart from that, when you are coming for that job searching, we provide as Sandeep told, we provide a lot of use cases and projects for the training, and we will provide a lot of resumes to arrange your resumes, and we help you to port your resume into the job portal, and we try to get the calls as much as possible. So these are the other things we are giving. So if you have any questions, feel free to raise it. And Akash, Abhirami, Santosh, Archana, Bharani, if you ask, we are happy to address your questions. Akash, Akash, you are on mute. Anybody have any questions now? Yes, Akash.
Where will I find it, Travis? Recording sections. Recording sections, where will I find it?
Yeah, I will. If you share your email ID, I will give the access to that email ID. So that this is the previous sessions. I don't want to give this one. And whatever records, whatever training we are giving, we record the session and we will give it to you, because that sessions only having your own doubts, your own clarifications, and that discussion between that you and the trainer and other candidates. So that's so. So whatever things we are recording, we will share it with you. Okay. And also apart from that, I am also working into the Snowflake and DBT only. In the most of the time, we need the profiles, right? So most of the time, I will get the call from my HR only for, not only for the Snowflake. Along with the Snowflake, they are expecting DBT also, data build tool, one ELT tool, not only the DBT, any kind of ETL or ELT tool. Snowflake is kind of a, if you go to Naukri, one, let me show you. Okay, I'm just Snowflake. That's all. So you have around, if you are select, this is up to all kind of experience. See, this is what that senior data engineer means. If you select this job, it will ask for the Informatica. I told you, right? So Snowflake along with Informatica and the ETL solutions. So all kind of, because in the Snowflake, what it is a cloud-based data warehouse only, where we can store all the data. So apart from that, on top of the data, see, only having the data, it won't give any value, right? So with the data, what are the things we are going to do? So that part, that question will answer by this Informatica or any other ELT or ETL tools. Okay, because we need the report, we have to extract the data from that, and we need the scheduling. All the things will happens based on this Informatica or any other ETL or ELT tools. So what I'm trying to say is, there are a lot of openings for Snowflake, as you are seeing in my screen. You can, if you want, I mean, not only in India, in all over the world, you can get a lot of, there are a lot of job opportunities for Snowflake. And if my advice is, if you are adding your, with the Snowflake, if you are adds any other ETL or ELT tool, then that will be a really good chance to get the jobs quickly. Okay, so there are a lot of openings for Snowflake. If you want, you can go through the Naukri or Monster or any LinkedIn in any places. You can check it out, and you will come to know the job opportunities for Snowflake. Yeah, that's what I would like to cover. And if you are joining with this, we will provide a lot of resumes. We will arrange the resumes. We can provide the projects also, and you can pour the resumes into the Naukri or LinkedIn. That place we will help you, and so that it will give a better chance to get the jobs very quickly. This is what we plan to cover in this session. If you have any questions, please raise it. And suppose if you during the R&D you might be come to know in the Snowflake this part we didn't cover in this course, or we plan to cover that particular topic into this session or not, like. So if you have any questions, you can ask me or Sandeep, and we can discuss on that. So we plan to cover. We plan to start the sessions. We plan to start this training by next week. So I will approach you guys. Then depends upon all other everybody's convenient time. We will start the training accordingly. Okay. I will arrange this demo video to you, and you will go through it, and it will be helpful for you to understand what are the things we have discussed. Suppose after seeing the demo, if you are having any questions on your mind, please feel free to raise to us. Then we will address those questions also. Not a problem. Okay. Okay. That's all I want to cover. So if you are not having any questions, we can wind up the sessions. Okay. Thanks for joining the session. It's a wonderful session. I mean, recording shared. Okay. Let me withdraw my screen sharing. Yeah. Thank you, Abraham. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you all.